Roman influence in Caucasian Albania was exerted on a client state during the first 4 centuries of the Common Era. Characteristics: the Roman Empire controlled Caucasian Albania only as a vassal state, never fully incorporating it as it temporarily did with neighboring Armenia. This influence started in the 1st century before Christ and lasted until around 250 AD, but around 299 AD Albania was again briefly a Roman vassal state under Emperor Diocletian. A later influence came from the Eastern Roman Empire when Emperor Heraclius was able to take control of Caucasian Albania in 627 AD with help from the Gokturks during the Third Perso-Turkish War. Client state: there was an enduring relation of Caucasian Albania with ancient Rome. Indeed, in 65 BC the Roman general Pompey, who had just subjugated Armenia and Iberia and had conquered Colchis, entered Caucasian Albania at the head of his army. He clashed with the forces of Oroses, king of Albania, and quickly defeated them. Pompey ensured the control of Albanians nearly reaching the Caspian Sea before returning to Anatolia. But the Albanians, influenced by the Parthian Empire, were not slow to revolt against Rome. In 36 BC Mark Antony found himself obliged to send one of his lieutenants to bring an end to the rebellion. Zoba, who was then king of Albania, capitulated, and Albania thus became, at least in name, a Roman protectorate, starting a condition of vassalage that lasted for nearly 3 centuries. A king of Albania appears in the list of dynasties whose ambassadors were received by Augustus. In 35 AD King Pharasmanes of Iberia and his brother Mithridates, with the support of Rome, confronted the Parthians in Armenia. The Albanians proved effective allies, contributing to the defeat and temporary eviction of the Parthians. Emperor Nero prepared in 67 AD a military expedition in the Caucasus. He wanted to defeat the barbarian Alans and conquer for Rome all the northern shores of the Black Sea from actual Georgia, Azerbaijan to what is now Romania, Moldavia, but his death stopped it. Successively, Vespasian was determined to restore and reinforce the full authority of Rome in the Caucasus as far as the Caspian Sea. He probably founded a Roman town called Lasso, recently rediscovered inside the actual city of Ganja. Despite the growth of Roman influence, Albania never ceased to remain in commercial and probably also cultural contact with Persia. But with Trajan in 114 AD, Roman control over Caucasian Albania was nearly complete, with top social levels fully Romanized. The princes also of the Caucasian tribes, the Albani, the Iberi, even those of the Transcaucasian Sarmate, were confirmed in the relation of vassalage and now subjected to it. During the reign of Roman Emperor Hadrian, Albania was invaded by the Alans, an Iranian nomadic group. This invasion promoted an alliance between Rome and the Albanians that was reinforced under Antoninus Pius in 140 AD. Sasanians occupied the area around 240 AD, but after a few years the Roman Empire regained control of Caucasian Albania. Indeed, in 297 AD the Treaty of Nisibis stipulated the re-establishment of the Roman protectorate over Caucasian Iberia and Caucasian Albania, but 50 years later Rome lost the area that since then remained an integral part of the Sasanian Empire for more than 2 centuries. In the late 6th century the territory of Albania became again an arena of wars between Sasanian Persia and the Byzantine Eastern Roman Empire. During the Third Perso-Turkish War, the Khazars invaded Albania, and the leader Zebul declared declared himself Lord of Albania in 627 AD under the Roman Heraclius rule, levying a tax on merchants and the fishermen of the Kura and Araxes rivers, which was in accordance with the land survey of the Kingdom of Persia. The Albanian kings retained the rule by paying tribute to the regional powers. Caucasian Albania was later conquered by the Arabs in 643 AD, during the Muslim conquest of Persia. Stone inscription from Legio XII Fulminator. The presence of a detachment of the Legio XII Fulminator at a distance of some kilometers from the shores of the Caspian Sea is attested by an inscription drawn up between 83 and 96 AD in the reign of Domitian. This is one of the most eastern places reached by Roman legions. In 75 AD, 12 Fulminator was in Caucasus, where Emperor Vespasian had sent the legion to support the allied kingdoms of Iberia and Albania. Indeed, in Azerbaijan an inscription has been found which reads, IMPDOMITIANOCIOLVCIVSIVLIVSMAXIMVSLEGIONIS12 under Imperator Domitian, Caesar Augustus Germanicus, Lucius Julius Maximus, Legio XII Fulminator. Some historians argue that the actual settlement of Romana near Baku was possibly founded by the Roman troops of Lucius Julius Maximus from Legio XII Fulminator in the 1st century AD and derives its name from the Latin Romana. Among the facts that strengthen this hypothesis are the military topographical map of Caucasus published in 1903 by Russian administration, which spells name of town as Romana. Various Roman artifacts found in the Absaron region, and also old inhabitants referring to the town as Romani. Additionally, Romana is positioned in an area perfectly suited for a Roman castrum to control nearby Baku airport, on the commercial sea route between the Caucasus and the Central Asia plains. Roman legacy. Christianity started to enter Caucasian Albania, according to Moses Kagan Kathvatsi, as early as during the 1st century, exactly when Romans imposed their initial control on Albania. The first Christian church in the region was built by Saint Elisius, a disciple of Thaddeus of Edessa, at a place called Gies and is believed to be the modern-day Church of Kish. After Armenia under Roman influence adopted Christianity as its state religion, the Caucasian Albanian king Erna went to the see of the Armenian Apostolic Church to receive baptism from Saint Gregory the Illuminator, the first patriarch of Armenia. Christianity reached its golden age in the late 5th century under Vachagan the Pious, who launched a campaign, influenced by Byzantine priests, against idol worship in Caucasian Albania and discouraged Persian Zoroastrianism. After the Muslim invasions of the 7th century, the original Christians have nearly disappeared from actual Azerbaijan. However, Church of Kish, founded by the Apostle Elisius in Sheki, as well as the Armenian monasteries Gansizar, Tugmanchats and Amaras in Karabakh, have reached our times in relative good shape. This Arab conquest led to severe disintegration of the Church of Caucasian Albania. Starting from the 8th century, much of the local population underwent mass Islamization. By the 11th century, there already were conciliar mosques in Pator, Kabala and Shaki, the cities that were the creed of Caucasian Albanian Christianity. These Islamized groups would later be known as Lezgins and Sakurs, mixed with the Turkish and Iranian population to form present-day Azeris, whereas those that remained Christian were gradually absorbed by Armenians and continued to exist on their own and be known as the Udi people. Actually, the only remaining Caucasian Albanians are the Udi people, who maintain the Christian faith of the Roman-influenced ancestors. Indeed, when Russia took possession of the region of actual Azerbaijan, the village of Kish had Udi population and, according to Robert H. Hewson, the Udi language appeared to have been prevalent north of the Kura River until the 19th century. The last 7,000 Udi lived mostly in the village of Nij of the region of Kabala and Iguz, but a few can be found in the capital Baku. Bibliography. Best Marco. Albania Caucasia Co. Ethnos, Storia, Territorio attraverso la fonte Greche, Latin e Armene. Editor Mimesis Edizioni. Roma, 2001. ISBN 8887231958. Thomson, Theodore. The Provinces of the Roman Empire. Barnes and Amp, Noble, ed. New York, 1999. ISBN 0-7607-01458. Kalankatu Moses. History of Albania. Translated by Eldavlanid Zatatishvili, Tbilisi, 1985. Ilya Abiladze. About the discovery of the alphabet of the Caucasian Albanians. Bulletin of the Institute of Language, History and Material Culture, Volume 4, Ch. I. Tbilisi, 1938.